What's up? Welcome to the Budgie Smugglers, folks. I'm comedian Jeremy Dooley. I'm joined by other fellow comedian Stephen Bradshaw.
That's me.
The Budgie Smugglers. We've got a lot of viewers kicking off over the last few weeks. Essentially, this is a sports podcast, and I use the inverted commas there because we do talk about sports.
We do.
Very little research done, and we talk about a lot of other things.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks to all the new watchers and listeners for joining the Budgie Smugglers. We love yous.
I was asked once very early on in the piece when we started this podcast, like, do I need to be into sport to appreciate or understand the podcast? And I would say the more into sport you are, the more infuriated you will be by this podcast.
Yeah, which I think some people quite enjoy being angered by the podcast.
That's true.
But yes, for a lot of our listeners aren't into sports at all, and they love it because we have no idea what we're talking about and they can't fact check us.
That is true. We don't do a lot of research. Some people, it's been a very popular sentence, do your own research, and we don't.
No.
Do our own or anyone's.
Yeah, exactly. Why would we do any research? Anyway, but what's been happening, Jules? How was your week?
Tell you what, I actually had a week off. I've been talking about having a week off and having a gig-free week. I've been talking about this, I think, since I got back from tour, which was in July, and we're currently in October. Finally had a week off.
Amazing.
Which is good. I did some stuff. I did some, I played a bit of Xbox.
Yes.
Bit of Red Dead Redemption 2, which is probably, I think, my third or fourth playthrough.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Love it. Great game.
I don't know that I've ever played through a game more than twice.
Oh, no.
And it was Red Dead Redemption 1. And
I've gone back to number one so many times. I'd say RDR 1 and 2 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's the other one I've played
and GTA 5.
Yep.
They're the ones that I sort of keep going back to. You know, Assassin's Creed sometimes, but like those games.
Maybe the first one, Assassin's Creed, I've done a couple of times.
Whoa.
What's an Assassin's Creed? Because I haven't played them all, but I have access to them all through the subscription thing.
Yep.
What's the one that I should play that I haven't yet?
The Ezio ones, so from Assassin's 2.
Yep.
There's a few back. They're really good. Rogue is meant to be all right.
Rogue?
I think is that one. And there's what's the other one that's meant to be really good? There's a few.
I didn't like Valhalla because I spent way too much time trying to drive a ship
for way too long. Syndicate's meant to be all right. Unity is meant to be good. I think that's the one that's meant to be good.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments, everyone, what Assassin's Creed. I don't know why we're talking about this, but that's good. So you've been playing some PlayStation?
That is good.
Some Xbox, sorry.
And I didn't tell you this last week. I was on a TV show this week.
Oh, yes.
Recorded a TV show. But I can't talk about this publicly. So,
I was just about to ask. I know the TV. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
when does it come out?
I'm not wealthy. Put it that way.
Oh no, that's a tough deal.
But I will forever know the answer to the question that I had to tap out on. Which I can't talk about yet, but when it goes to air, you'll be the first to know.
Oh, amazing! I cannot wait for this. When do you know when does it come out?
They said anytime from January to July, possibly even December, but they weren't specific if it was December this year or next year.
All right.
So my hopefully it comes to air because I did try and, slip a few gags in, so I could take that and use it on socials.
Beautiful.
We'll do that. I had fantasy draft.
Yes, you mentioned this.
Yep. So
on the socials, you're happy with your team?
I'm very happy with my team. I think my team, as always, my teams are underrated by the other people in the league.
Yes.
I've got a bit of strategy there. This year I'm definitely trying to win all the defensive stats and sort of get them away, and then everything else will take care of itself. But I thought I was pick 4, and I think on last week's pod I said that I was pick 4, but I was actually pick 3, which is good. And I managed to get Wemby at pick 3, which is
pretty happy. Did you draft any Aussies?
No, this is my first year not drafting Aussies. Normally, I did want to get old mate Josh Giddey, and couldn't get him. He was picked just before me, which was
that hurts.
Annoying. So, who do you think was the final pick of the draft?
How many picks were there?
A lot.
Okay, Joe Ingles.
No, Joe Ingles not drafted.
I wouldn't have thought so.
I'll give you the whole last round 13.
Okay.
All right. Isaiah Stewart.
Yep.
Beef stew. Kaman Malauch.
Okay.
Eves Missy. That was my pick. Steve Adams.
Yep.
Jeremy Sohan. Dorian Finney-Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Fears. Miles Deuce McBride. I don't know why he's called that.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Aaron Naismith.
Shit.
Yang Hansen.
Oh, was the last pick.
No. There's still. I feel like Pauline Hanson would be very annoyed that Yang Hansen, of course, being of the Asian persuasion. Terry Rozier.
Okay.
Keldon Johnson is the last two picks. Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, great pick.
And Adam Boner.
Adam Boner. Nice. All right. See what kind of draft you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Where did you come in the league last year?
I came third.
Okay. All right.
Came third.
And that's how they work out the order, do they?
No. We do a lottery and stuff like that. I had a lot of injuries as well last year, so for me to get third was good. I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, that was my week. So it's been a good mixed bag. This week, I'm getting back on the horse tonight with gigs and comedy and stuff like that. But it was good to just chill out, not do any gigs, focus on the actual craft, hang out. Ate a packet of chips. That was good.
I had Guzman White Gomez last night, which is amazing.
Yeah, we do love a bit of Guzzy.
So good.
How was your week? Give us the rundown.
Pretty good. I had a pretty chill week during the week, actually, which was nice. And then on Saturday, I went to Three Dams Estate in Heathcote, which you came to the first one. We've done a few since. Beautiful day for it. As you know, outdoor gig, which is can be a bit sketchy, but for whatever reason, it works in that venue. Had a lot of mixed crowd.
When you say a mixed crowd, do you mean talking about age or types of people?
Age.
Okay.
So, it wasn't really that much of a mix. It was really old or young.
When we say really old, and what are we talking? Like 50 and 30, or?
Yeah, we're talking probably 20s and 60s.
Ooh,
yeah. So it was a weird one. The younger people like certain comedians, the older ones liked certain ones.
I could see that.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a mixed bag, but I just love going up there. I stay the night, of course. Have a few wines after the show. Play with the dog. So that was very, very fun. Have you had any terrible outdoor gigs?
Yes. Yes, I have. So last year, I was playing in Karratha in northern Western Australia, and it was early December in Karratha. So it would have been, I don't know, 4,000 degrees. And the flies up there are absolutely insane.
Yep.
And it's so hot that sometimes the gear starts to melt. So the connection between the cable and the microphone was just constantly coming loose in my set.
Yep.
So every time I was about to do a punchline, bang, the mic would cut out, which was really annoying. Then I swallowed a fly, which ruined me because it was like the size of my hand.
Yeah.
And as well, I was just sweating, just profuse. It was not good. I hopped off stage without even having stage lights on because it was an early sort of evening. It was still, daylight saving, so the sun was shining for my set. I looked like I'd had a shower on stage.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was not good. I thought I'd bomb. I didn't bomb that badly, but it didn't go well. And also, too, the venue we were playing at, most venues now, like smoking section is separate. The smoking section was legitimately about 30 to 40 meters away to a hard right as well. So I'm on stage. I've got 20, 30 people in front of me. I'm talking to them, but then to address the people who are in the smoking section, had their own speakers set up. I had to do a total turn out there, and there would have been 80 people over there. It was not good. Have you had any terrible outdoor?
I've been lucky. I haven't had any terrible ones. I'm looking forward to when that does happen, though.
So am I.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. We did have in the first half. We did have a broken mic clip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've had many instances of this, and then you'd get the crowd hyped up. It's like, give it up, go nuts, go crazy for your next act, and then you put the microphone in, and then you call, and then everyone's cheering, and then the mic just falls on the ground, and it just sucks the energy. Everyone's like, oh,
can this guy run a gig?
No, yeah. Well, I can because luckily for me, I brought my own mic stand.
Clever.
So I had that for the second half when I realised the one at the venue was no good.
That is clever. I like that. That's a good. It's I think as well when it comes, that's a really common thing, like the microphone clip, because you get all these comedians who like to sort of hang off the top of the mic, thinking they're Bill Burr, being edgelords, and it's just move it to the side, or keep it in.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and then yesterday I did Craftsman's Corner.
Oh yeah, you love that. Yeah, it was every week
because I've been it's every Sunday because I've been hosting the trivia covering for Anything Goes Entertainment. I think yesterday was my last one, and then that finishes at 7:30, and that gig starts at 7:30.
Oh, at the same venue?
Around the corner.
Yep.
So it's been perfect, and it was one of my favourite types of gigs. It was a workshop, Jules, and I was first on, which is great.
How many audience members were there?
Audience members? There was 4 comedians.
Which is what a workshop is. If you're sitting at home listening or watching on YouTube and you're like, why is it a workshop versus an open mic, which is what that gig, I'm assuming, normally is. Yes. Workshop is when there's no audience members. It's just comedians, gigging to other comedians.
Yeah, exactly. So I just went out and I had words written on my iPhone. And then, so I'll just go, is there anything about this? And then just start chat. So it's a weird gig. It's not, I wouldn't call it a waste of time.
No.
But have you had any, what's the longest you've traveled for a workshop?
Ballarat.
It's tough.
I remember that gig so vividly.
Yeah.
As well, because I had been dating a girl at the time, and she's like, and I only just started comedy as well. And because I'd just started and it was sort of coming out of lockdowns and stuff like that, it was really hard to get gigs in Melbourne. Yeah. So I was traveling regionally for as much as I could, getting whatever stage time I could. And there was this gig in Ballarat, it was on every week or every second week. And I could always get on there and I could always do 7 to 10 minutes, which at that time for me was forever.
Yeah.
And this girl, I was saying, she's like, yeah, I'll come, it's a long drive. I'll come, be good to hang out, blah, 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 watch you perform, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah, cool, yeah, sick. And there was no one there. And we still did the gig. It was just to other comedians. She was the audience member.
Oh.
And we parted ways probably a week after that.
Yeah, I could imagine. And let me guess, every comedian crowd worked her because she only...
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was so bad. Such a long way. And it's from where I was living at the time, it was a 2-hour drive and it was raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
Comedy baby. But
the Robin Hood Hotel, I think it was called. Anyway.
So it was just things I had in my phone. So there was no jokes.
Just ideas.
There was a few jokes with that I'd done some tags and whatnot on, and some other bits that I've got a really good premise, but it's basically a one-liner type of a thing, but where do you take it next? So it was a bit of that. And then it was just stuff like, why do they still sell condoms in petrol station bathrooms?
Yeah.
It's just like an open floor discussion. Something I've had written down forever, but I've never figured out how to turn into a joke is, did you know that female ferrets die if they don't mate?
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, there's something in here, right? And everyone, I don't know. But I just thought that was funny doing it. I haven't done a workshop in a long time.
I think a workshop can be really valuable if you've got the right group of people there and you all know it's going to be a workshop.
Yeah.
But if it's just, fresh open micers,
Yes.
then it's going to be, the value is just in talking.
Yes, exactly.
Out loud.
Sometimes that's gigs. One night you're at a winery having the time of your life. The next night you're just chatting to a bunch of open micers about setups. What else has been happening, Jules? Time to get in the comment section.
Yeah, look, a lot's been happening in the comment section.
Jesus Christ,
this week. Let's start with the Teddy Swims.
Oh, yep.
Because we had a bit to say, and it became actually no. Let's go back because we posted a clip last week just before we recorded about the best TV dads. And,
yes,
we got a lot there. Adam Haggett 522 said Phil Dunphy all day.
Great comment.
Modern Family.
Yep.
Sandy Cohen is legendary. This is from Mrs._Half. Sandy Cohen, is legendary. Mitch Leary from Dawson's Creek, also very high on the list. I've never watched
Dawson's Creek either.
So, okay.
I've got on, we were talking about Snoop Dogg versus Teddy Swims. And Matt Gearney said, I'm so sick of the NRL being stingy with entertainment. We'll get into that later because he's sunk. He's sunk, Dawes.
One of my elite comedic calls was about Hugh McCluggage, calling him the Scottish suitcase, which I still think is funny.
It's divided the audience.
It has. Rory commented, riveting stuff, lads. I think he was being sarcastic.
I think so.
Rory. But Jay, that's gold.
Yes.
Laughing face emoji times 3.
response. There was a lot of people we were talking about Jake Matthews, of course. People saying it should be changed to a no contest. But the very interesting one from Sassy was like Yoel Romero versus Tim Kennedy. Tim won because Yoel took too long, but the ref said, keep fighting, and then Tim lost, which is a throwback reference of about 8-10 years, right?
Yeah, Yoel Romero, big boy he was. He's
huge.
A lot here.
He did.
Tim Kennedy, old mate, stolen valor, Tim Kennedy. Is quite controversial in recent years. Speaking of controversial,
we can't read all these comments.
No, we'll be here all day. Quite divisive. We spoke about a Perth or south of Perth, South Bunbury footy club with someone dressing up as Charlie Kirk post assassination and. Whoa.
Sparked a
few. Yeah. LJ, I'm in WA. Nah, that's not even funny, to be honest. He had a family. It's just not on. But then the comments got political.
That comment got 137 likes.
Yeah. But then Hauxy, I'm in WA and it's very funny. And then Braden, of course, it's not funny. It's hilarious. And then Laurie Liberal. That's how I would pronounce it. Hey, Chucky, thoughts? Oh, okay. I finally got why Chucky was. Okay. Because people called Charles get called Chuck.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know why. Thoughts and shots. DJ_Bloom Daddy. Wonder if he's really a DJ.
I don't think so.
As a West Aussie who was born with a sense of humour, it's funny.
Yep.
Cool.
Don't you hate Pants Road? At least Kirk leaned left once in his life. Just terrible. Terrible.
There's so many comments on this one.
Oh,
user 1042824879795. You know we can tell you're an American, right? And then Luke Peterson. Most guys that are 31 years old have families, mate.
Yeah,
Do
a
they?
lot of that.
I don't know.
Someone said Adolf Hitler had a family.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that was, there's quite a bit of...
And they're still flooding through, by the way.
It is just going off. Anyway, that was quite a bit in the comments this week.
None of it's very... There was the one post of the sprinkler head, which was quite funny.
Yeah.
But a lot of funny things, a lot of political debate. None of it very nice.
There was also one on Instagram from Mookie6G74 on the same post. This is what happens when people don't have children. They Karen up the world. I'm not sure I really understand the point they're trying to make.
I do either.
And we also... they're sort of the main ones, really.
I don't know. There's roughly 200 comments on that one if you want to check it out on the talk.
Get around it. It's a lot. Anyway, I got a question. So I was out. I was ordering a coffee, and the barista, Joseph. Hello, Joseph. He was showing me something on TikTok. Another comedian, which often happens. I'll be out and about and people are like, hey, you're a comedian. Hey, what do you think of this? And then in the comments, it was an Australian comedian, and the comments was going off being like, hey, like this is this person's bit, this is this person's bit, you're a joke thief, blah, 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 blah. So the question from me, from Joseph _ FFP was, has another comedian ever ripped off your material?
No, maybe, but I've heard very similar. Well, yes, it happens. It happens, but I'm at such a level where, like, if you're stealing my jokes, I'd be stealing better people's jokes, to be honest. But, it is funny when someone does, and there are notable joke thieves in the industry, and all the comedians know who they are, and that's always fun. And then you see them sort of, they're getting on some better gigs now, and then they get found out pretty quickly, and they get stopped. They stop getting booked pretty quickly. I've been accused of stealing a joke once.
Interesting.
Yes.
What's about that?
So I had my footy joke. I talk about footy, talk about country towns and that kind of thing. You know it. And I did that, and I posted it online because I did it at the Dave O'Neill's Funhouse, which was a great gig. It went really well, so I posted it, and then an older comedian reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'll say the name. That's a Nelson's twins joke, and you've ripped it off, and it's the exact same." And they called me a hack, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't steal it off the Nelson twins. I've seen them before, but that's an old joke." And I was like, "Oh, this is terrible." And then I went and I found the Nelson's twins joke, and I mean, it's similar but not the same, and I was going to take it down, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just reach out to the Nelson twins. I was like, hey, I've been told you have a similar joke as this. If you want me to take it down, I'll take it down. And then Jez got back to me and he was like, no, it's a completely different joke. That's awesome, keep going. So but that was a weird feeling, to be accused of stealing a joke when I definitely hadn't stolen the joke, and then you find out it's not the same joke at all.
And it was a comedian that called you out for it.
Comedian that called me out for it, which is fair enough too.
Yep.
But yeah, I was still pretty new to comedy at the time, so I was like, oh my God, I am a hack, and I'm a terrible comedian for stealing other people's jokes. And then I contacted the comedian. And what are you talking about? It's fine. Not even close.
Yeah, there you go. I've seen people do bits of mine where it was nearly exactly the same, and it was a joke that worked, but it was a shit joke.
Yeah,
sometimes you got jokes that it's like, I kind of hate that this works, but it does. And so they had done that bit, and it worked for them as well. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, so I don't do that joke anymore. Yeah. When I say I don't do, I might do it every now and then if I'm playing to an audience, a very particular type of audience where that joke's going to be relevant. Otherwise, and I know that person had seen me perform a few times and I had done that joke, in those gigs. So they did that. And there's also, I have seen a couple of other comedians take, almost like, because I'll do like big chunks of bits, and I've seen them take sort of like a couple of key elements and make it their closer as well, which I was like, what? And once I was like at a gig and I didn't know that this person had done that, and I get along pretty well with this person, and that's what they closed on, and I was just standing like, are you fucking serious? That was a big part of my show from 2 years prior.
Yeah.
So it does happen, and I've also been in the position where like I've been watching other comedians and I've seen them do other people's material nearly word for word. So it does. I think though most of the time it's parallel thought, and it's not necessarily like a rip-off, and it's not the person's there being like, oh cool, I'm going to do that bit. There'd be, they're out there living life like we are, and then they might have a similar experience. A lot of comedians with similar points in their life, similar ages, have similar experiences. So you're going to be drawing off them, and because we're all trying to find funny things, you're going to stumble into the same.
Yeah, I think that's more common than people outright ripping jokes. But when you see someone rip a joke, you'll they're ripping on purpose when it's you can see a few different comedians. Like there's someone out there, they're not only just ripping off Andrew Schultz, but they're ripping off like Akeem Merchant, Melbourne open mic. You're like, oh, you're just stealing jokes. And we hate that, and they get a bad rap pretty quick. There is one it's similar to what you were talking about, but there's an element of a joke I do that someone started doing, and one of the first times they did it, it was smallish crowd or whatever, and then they did it, and every comedian in the room turned and looked at me like, what the fuck? Because it was such a blatant rip. But whatever. If you, like I said, if you're stealing from me, steal from someone better.
And it's an interesting thing, because it's like I've seen comedians who I hadn't gigged with before, hadn't crossed paths with before, and then I was on a lineup with them and they did a bit that was similar to another bit that I had, and it was like, well, obviously they're not ripping me off, or vice versa, because we've never crossed paths.
Yes.
But it's when you gig a lot with some people in for a period, and then you're like, oh, cool, you're doing that joke now on TV, that which I know you've probably sort of fallen in.
Yes. But it is Joseph, the barista. Great question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
I got asked by my barber what my thoughts were on the Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival. I was like, I'm not touching that. Give me the money as well. Yeah. It's been a big-ish week in sport. You ready to talk some sport?
Yeah, let's do it.
27 minutes into the pod. Seems
that's good. That's quick.
That's pretty quick for us. So the NRL Grand Final was on last night. The Brisbane Broncos defeated our Melbourne Storm. Did you watch it?
No.
You didn't?
No.
I caught the end of it.
Last night I was watching an ABC documentary about the late movie critic David Stratton.
Oh, I've seen. Is that good?
It was good. It was great.
Past it a couple of times.
It was really good. And then I was like, NRL Grand Final's on. I'll just keep watching this.
I watched the last 14 minutes. Because it's the only game I watch, and only if the Storm is in it, I will watch the NRL Grand Final. And I'm just constantly disappointed lately. But it was actually a really good game. Broncos played well. Storm went into the second half on top. Broncos took the lead. Storm had a few great chances, but kind of literally fumbled the ball. But yeah, we do make fun of NRL a bit on this podcast. So, but it was a great game. Whatever.
So, question, because Melbourne Storm, and I worked at Melbourne Storm, so like I do, I've worked at another NRL club in the outer west of Sydney before as well. So like I do understand and appreciate NRL as much as we like to take the piss. Why do Melbourne Storm keep making grand finals but not winning them?
It's a good question.
Because it seems to happen quite a bit that they're there, they're the team, they're the most well-run team, and they make it to the grand final, and then they lose.
Well, the only data I've got to go off is the 12 or so minutes a year I watch of the grand final. So I don't know if I'm quite the right person to answer that one. It seems like what I've noticed in the grand finals that I have watched, at the end of the game, the other team seems to have scored more points.
Yeah.
Than Melbourne.
Yeah.
And that seems to be every time they lose, that's happened.
Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably sums it up.
Yes, it does. Oh, no, not this.
Yeah, what's happened here? I know I can feel the anger building.
I watched it last night.
Tell me. I've seen people like Hughesy's been going off about it on his social media. It's been popping up. Other people are like, what do you guys think?
Well, what happened? I think the thing is, I don't even know how Oscar's able. I don't know how Oscar's able to sit comfortably in an F1 car because McLaren keep fucking him in the arse so hard each and every week.
I thought you were going to say he gets stabbed in the back.
He gets stabbed in the back, all right. But no, another one. This one actually wasn't as egregious as it has been. People may or may not agree with that. But basically, Lando, early on in the race, barged his way through, hit Oscar on his way through, which apparently goes against the papaya rules of Team McLaren. It was the first time Oscar's lost his cool. He said at one point they explained to him he was trying to avoid contact with Max Verstappen. That's why he hit you. And Oscar said, well, if you're trying to avoid making contact by hitting your teammate, that's a pretty fucking shit job. I didn't say the F word, but he said shit. So he was furious. And I think in the grand scheme of things, wasn't a huge deal. However, it's just the accumulation of bad things that seem to have gone Lando's way against Oscar that is really upsetting the apple cart to the point where I don't know what's going to happen next year. Like, Oscar does have some clauses in his contract about preferential treatment, of course, managed by the great Mark Webber. But yes, Oscar gets screwed again by McLaren. It just keeps happening, even though he's still leading the championship. I think McLaren did take out the Constructors' Championship last night. They can't lose that. But things are going to get very, very interesting. It's going to be very tense. What's another sport where literally your teammate is your worst enemy? Is there anything like that in sport?
Yeah, don't know. Not that I can think of to that level. Maybe. Is there like a relay, right? Because if the person drops it, like they are your worst enemy. Like you're relying on your teammate to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like maybe MMA where you're at the same gym.
Yep. And you might have to fight someone because you're in the same weight division. That's a thing that happens because you want people of your similar weight to help and be training partners, so that can happen. Iron sharpens iron is a very common MMA training term.
Okay, interesting.
So that's a thing. What about stuff like synchronized diving?
Yeah, because do you think? Well, I guess they don't always synchronize dive, right? They go against each other from time to time. That's a good one. What about synchronized swimming?
Yeah,
I feel you need to be a tight team. There's not too many people trying to get, like, I don't know what the world championship. Does a synchronized swimmer get?
Yeah, how does that start? Are you like at the pools? Are you just like at, Broady pools and you're like, hey, you can swim similar to me. Let's go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think that's
pretty much it. I think all of Australia's teams have started.
Or are they gymnasts who like, you know what? Let's do gymnastics, but be wet at the same time.
Are they ballerinas that keep falling over and they
keep falling into the Swan Lake?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Maybe that's it. How do people get into synchronized swimming? They must just be. They go to the swim. They join a swimming team. They're like, I'm going to win gold medal for Australia, like Katie
Lang.
Yeah, Katie Lang, like Harry Connick Jr. And they, whatever. One of our famous singers, Lebecky, I was thinking of. Rebecca, the toadfish.
Oh, Rebecca, Jared Rebecca. Lebecky.
And
then they're plays in the WNBA, I think.
Oh, I'm all over the shop today. But so they join a swim team thinking they're going to be a 100-meter butterfly specialist, but then the coach is like, you're actually really slow. Can you go in the kids' pool with the other? What's a word?
Slow swimmers?
Yeah, thank you.
Slow pokes.
And you can just stand. Sometimes you'll be upside down. Sometimes you twinkle your toes. I think that's probably the limit of what you contribute to competitive swimming.
Maybe it's smugglers. If you know, how do you get to become a synchronized swimmer? Like, how do you be a synchronized swimmer? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Maybe they might know. If there's any synchronized swimmers watching.
Yeah. Contact us. Maybe
Let
we'll
us
go
know.
down and we'll do some synchronized swimming with him.
That would be good.
Anyway, that was a weird tangent, but Oscar got screwed again, basically.
It's a disgrace.
Lando actually showed some balls for the first time and made a move and drove actually quite well, I thought. But obviously everyone's upset because of...
Did he win in the end, Lando?
No. It was to get into third place, I believe.
Yeah. A lot's been happening in Melbourne the last few days with the NBA team, the New Orleans Pelicans out here. And I tell you, I went into the NBA store in Melbourne CBD.
Did you?
On Friday, and it was chaos. It was so intense. Also, not enough Houston Rockets gear. I just want to point that out there. A lot of stuff for the casual fans, but not enough for the hardcore fans. Anyway, so the Pelicans defeated both Melbourne teams, Melbourne United and Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. But they were good games. They were competitive games. Did you watch them? What were your thoughts?
Did not watch them, have no thoughts. But I did say that they won.
Yep.
Did you watch them?
I watched most of the Melbourne United game.
Yes.
And it was a good game. It was very competitive. Dash Daniels looked great for
I saw some
Melbourne
highlights of
United. He definitely did not look out of place. Some, one or two dumb turnovers, but
Was he
you're going to get that.
17?
Yeah, he's
18.
Yeah, one of them.
Very good.
He looks a lot like exactly like Dyson.
Yeah.
Same hairline, which, they're brothers, so you'd get that. Also, Tommy Wilson was playing for Melbourne United. Of course, he used to play for...
Was it In Excess?
Yes. He was the keyboardist in EXS. No, he was on Collingwood's AFL list for a while. And, he started off as a basketball junior, went to Collingwood, and then was like, you know what? I actually prefer basketball. Bet on himself, spent a year or two at the Melbourne Tigers in NBL 1 and is now at Melbourne United, and he looked pretty good. He still looks like a footballer, though. Like, he looks tough out there.
Yeah. How did Skinny Zion look?
For all the talk about Zion being skinny, he still is the most rotund player out there, but he's definitely, lost. He's just athletically on another level to everyone else. It's wild a man that size can do that.
Crazy.
I tell you, my favorite player, Alex Diminuit, won his 48th match of the season, which is the most by an Aussie since Layton Hewitt in 2004.
Here you go. You've been pretty critical of the Demon.
Yes.
But he's won at the third most of any tennis player this year.
Really?
Behind Sinner and some other guy.
Yeah. Todd Woodbridge.
Todd Woodbridge, the Woodies. But that's pretty good.
No, look, that is good. He's great at winning the early rounds.
Yes.
He's the early round demon.
Yeah.
That's what he should change his name to.
Well, they got the finals or whatever. I don't know how tennis finals work, but do you think he'll go better than that without the pressure of a major? Because maybe it's just the pressure gets to him.
Maybe he's got some mental demons.
Yes. The Newcastle Jets defeated Heidelberg United, the mighty United, out of Heidelberg, 3-1 to claim the 2025 Australia Cup. Jules, what's the 2025 Australia Cup? And why is a professional team playing against like a mixed club sport?
Semi-professional. So the Australia Cup is, I think, one of the best things.
Was it in sailing?
It's the best. It is the best. So Australia Cup is Australia's version of the FA Cup. So all of the clubs in Australia can enter in the Australian Cup, and it's a knockout competition.
Okay.
So all of the clubs from the bottom up to, the professionals at the A-Leagues. So you're coming up against full amateurs to semi-pro to fully professional. It's a knockout competition, and the final two teams were Newcastle and Heidelberg United went on an absolute spree, knocking out all the A-Leagues teams.
Really?
They were on a hot streak, absolutely belting them out. So they did such a great job to get there. But Newcastle Jets under their new coach, Mark Milligan,
I love Mark Milligan.
Good, Millsy. So, but great job for Heidelberg to not just beat a lot of A-Leagues clubs, but to make the final and
Scored a goal.
one thing I definitely recommend any smugglers out there, like if there's a A-Leagues game or a Australia Cup game near you, go to that. Go to the Australia Cup game because the food options there are fantastic. Oh man,
What are we talking?
Preston, like they do like Chavapi,
Okay.
Preston Lions, you go watch like Oakley Cannons, you might get like a good Suva. So like you get, because especially a lot of those clubs are still very much like ethnically based, so their canteens reflect that, I'm a big Caroline Springs, George Cross, get a pastizzi there.
Yep.
So.
Okay. You heard it here first on the Budgie Smugglers. Next year, in the 2026 Australia Cup, get around it.
We'll pick a team next year.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll get around them.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do a big backing. The Budgie Smugglers will back in
a team.
I hope they get knocked out in the first round. I don't want to be on a soccer every week. It's awful. Here's another one. I'll tee you up for this still. Socceroo Jordan Bos. No relation to Bruce Springsteen, has picked up a major accolade being named the Eredivisie Player of the Month for September. Jules, what's the Eredivisie Player of the Month?
He plays in the Dutch league.
Okay.
And was player of the month for September. Jordy Bos is the boss. He's a machine. Little Jordan Hugo Boss there. He is he's Socceroo defender, but very fit, very athletic. He's been very injury prone the last few years, but this is his first season in the Netherlands, coming over from Belgium, and he's taken it like a duck to water. I don't think he'll stay in that part of the world very long. I think the bigger leagues will come calling.
Interesting.
He's at a league that's a sellers league, and a lot of, especially Premier League and Germany, tend to pick players from that league.
I've heard Netherlands has a good soccer league.
They do. It's a great league.
Kind of like a feeder system.
A lot of their, because they can't necessarily compete with the wages of like the Premier League or, the La Liga in Spain. So like a lot of the leagues, essentially, you become kind of feeders for those main leagues where the dollars speak a lot louder.
There you go. Well, good. Well, that's good.
It's huge. That's good.
Could he play for? And he's in a little bit of trouble. Old Ange Postecoglou. They're going 0-7 or
haven't
something.
won since he's taken over.
And he's under. Could he go to a team like a Forest?
He could. Yeah, he's definitely good enough to play. I would say up to sort of an upper mid-table team in the Premier League.
Okay.
He's very, very physically strong and athletic, so he's definitely got the goods. So who knows what's going to happen in the next transfer window.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of, resilience or lack thereof, Michal Voss, one of the toughest, most resilient footballers. Like, he broke his face, I think, playing football.
Sure did.
He's now the current Carlton Blues coach, and at their best and fairest, he said that they are not a very resilient football club. What are your thoughts on that?
Nailed it.
Didn't it?
They are an absolute rabble. They played in the prelim last year, or a couple of years ago, whenever it was, with him as coach. Now they've lost TDK and Silvani to the mighty Saints, which is huge for us. Kerno's on his way out. Nobody wants to go there. They've been chatting to all the players they can. Sam Flanders, all these types of names. Petrarca, they've tried to get. Nobody wants to go there. Everyone wants to leave. Michal Voss, it was like a 25-minute speech of just sadness. But they're an absolute rabble, and I love it.
Yeah. They have been for a while, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I do like it when Carlton and Essendon are not very good.
Yeah, and it's the beauty is that it's been of their own demise.
Yeah.
Making. I think if you trace back, the last time Carlton was strong
Was also the last time Essendon was strong.
Also in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, but obviously Collingwood had that scandal about the salary cap breaches, which robbed them of draft picks and sent them to the bottom of the league for a decade. And then Essendon, of course, with the drug scandal, and they haven't won a final in 20-something years.
We love it.
It's so good. So good.
That's why, when I did the grand final breakfast gig, I had Kyle Langford from Essendon as one of the speakers. And I'm like, why is he speaking at grand final breakfast? He's not playing in finals, let alone a grand final. Jesus.
That's because they knew they could book him.
Yeah, that's right. He was available.
He's going to be available. Cool. Oh, this was good.
It was good. I saw some of the highlights.
Yeah, he looks good. 7'3". Rocco Zikarski made his debut for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 9 points, 8 rebounds in 13 minutes. Just looked, for a 19-year-old, bigger. His touch around the rim was beautiful.
Yeah.
His rebounding. So, I don't know, maybe.
Did you see that putback
Yeah,
that he
the
did?
putback
Yeah,
was
big
sick.
Safredi. He did great.
Obviously, it's pre-season. None of these games mean anything. He probably won't get. He'll spend a lot of time in the G League, I'd imagine. Very raw, young, skinny, but and they also have 2 great centers already in Gobert and Naz Reid. But I don't know. Look good to me.
Yeah,
Look good to me.
good production in limited minutes
Yes.
as a kid as well. He's only like 18, 19.
No, yeah, lovely.
Imagine being 7'3".
Oof. I think that's too tall.
That's so tall.
That just feels inconvenient.
Who's the tallest person you've seen?
What are we, 5 years old?
In person.
My dad could be of your dad. No. Who's the tallest person I've seen? I don't know.
In person.
I walked past Mason Cox.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Yeah, Coco, very tall.
Yeah.
Very tall. I'd say, he'd be up there for me too.
Yep.
I had to wrestle against him when I worked at Collingwood.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the players before a game, obviously jiu-jitsu, grappling background. So they'd want to do some sort of like wrestling and stuff with me. And I could school everyone there, except the first time I had to grapple against Mason Cox because I'd never grappled anyone that height before.
Yeah, of course.
And you start in a pummel position and my feet were lifted. It was like playing with a small toddler, like just swinging him around, like it was embarrassing. And then I had to let him know who the man is.
There you go.
Yeah, very tall.
People
don't ask those questions anymore. Like,
who's the tallest person?
Who's the tallest person you've ever seen? Or, when was the last time you had a race against someone, like ran? Have you ever seen your partner sprint?
No.
You should have a race.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah.
I would destroy it.
You should have a race.
I think I try to get one, when you're walking on a beach or something like that, so I'll race you to the thing. And then they go, no, I'm not. And then they take off for the head start, and then it was a massacre. It was a massacre.
I'm imagining it's like that scene in Rocky 3 where it's like Rocky and Apollo Creed then frolic in the water afterwards. That's what I was imagining. You guys look similar too.
Ooh. Did you see any of that? We talked last week about Teddy Swims versus Snoop D-O-double-G and NRL trying to claim. And then I don't know if you saw. I just saw clips of it. It was terrible.
Well, because what happened? So then like literally
people saying worse than Meatloaf.
Well. We were hanging shit on the NRL for getting Teddy Swims in and claiming that's bigger than Snoop. That afternoon, it was he's cancelled, but then he uncancelled.
Yep.
Oof.
Rough. And then, it's just not the right type of act. He's got one song people know, and one song some of us know, and then the rest of it, he's like a power ballad kind of soul guy.
That's
and he did a cover of AC/DC. That was just a bit... Ugh.
It's cringe. Yeah, when they do, and it's always going to be an ACDs. That's why the Killers were so good, because they did a cover, but they covered Midnight Oil, and it was like, everyone's like, oh, this is... And wasn't like, one of their biggest hits either. It was like still a single, but not a huge hit. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, they like get it, not just like trying to pander to the audience by like, let's do Long Way to the Top. Or...
I think Teddy Swims went to Wikipedia, typed in Australian artist, and AC/DC was alphabetically at the top.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll do one of them.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy Sunk.
Yes. Tell you a lot of stuff happening at Mad Mondays. Geelong, I think now they're not doing dress-ups. That's their whole thing.
Yeah, I know. They started it and they damn well it ended.
Yeah, Geelong's famous for a lot of things. The Geelong Cats, you know, like you got the Ablets.
Yep.
You've got them rorting the hell out of the salary cap and getting away with it.
Farmland, cotton on.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know, like their coach has another job apparently, doing leadership development. I'm sure he was there the Monday after Grand Final, bright
Ticked
and early.
off by the AFL as well for no particular reason.
No,
but that's fine. Whatever.
No, and dressing up for Mad Monday, and now you get old mate Bailey Smith, who I like to call him 5 Minute Bailey, because we were at an event and he was there for 5 minutes, even though he was billed as like What are your thoughts on this?
I thought that was going somewhere else with the 5 Minute Bailey thing, but interesting. No, I just think I think all these types of things run their course, and they've like ended it. You're not going to see anyone dressing up. We had last year GWS dressed up as the Twin Towers, not from WWE in the 80s. It was
not Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon.
No, it wasn't those. It was
Houston
different
Rockets.
ones. And I thought maybe it's gone there, and then just they take it too far, and the world's changing. But they kind of ruined. They've killed Mad Monday, and the AFL Dools has killed the bounce.
Yeah, not into that.
No, I would
keep the bounce.
Keep the bounce.
The AFL. Don't get me started on that. AFL loves like solving problems that aren't actually problems for anyone, and then just being like, no, this is what the people wanted. People didn't care. Like the bounce is good. The bounce, again, it's one of those things where it's a unique part of the game, and they just killed it for no real umpire safety. How was it was so unsafe for umpires. They've been doing it for over 100 years, and then all of a sudden, it's too unsafe for them. Grow up, AFL, and grow up umpires.
I like it. Strong.
Yeah.
I just like the bounce. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's
unique.
Yeah,
it goes a little bit each way. That I think that overall makes things more fair.
Exactly. Just let it go. Keep the bounce. God, the AFL is so annoying sometimes. There should be bring back the VFA. Make the VFA strong again. I'll get around the VFA more than the AFL. AFL's too corporate. It's forgotten about the people.
Yeah.
Ange Postecoglou is already under the pump with his job at Nottingham Forest. He hasn't won a game. Give us your thoughts on Ange. I know you're a huge fan of the World Game. Give us your thoughts.
I'm a big fan of Nottingham Forest.
Huge fan.
Which is where I believe Robin Hood is from.
Is there a sheriff or something?
The sheriff of Nottingham. So, I'm a huge fan of soccer
and forests.
And forests. And I watch them all. I go walking in the forest with my KO app on and just watch soccer. I just like to sit in the forest and watch soccer. And every game I've seen, I'm like, oh, it's not Ange's fault. That's all I know. That's all I know about it. But it looks like they're going to take him out the back of the forest and shoot him in the head by the sounds of it, and just put him down like a lost puppy. But he's under a bit of strife, it seems.
Yep,
is that right?
Yeah, he I think for the type of coach he is and the type of game plan that he has is literally the polar opposite to what the players had been doing.
Yeah.
The players, the whole squad was built around being incredibly defensive, whereas Angie's incredibly attacking, and they made the coach move after the transfer window had shut, so he couldn't bring in his own players to help. They've had moments where they look absolutely amazing, but also they're a group of players who are trying to play the opposite to what's been drilled into them for the last few years. So, you'd like to see him get the time to actually have a preseason.
Yes.
That would be huge.
Well, he always wins trophies in his second year. So.
Yeah, and this doesn't count as his first year because the year had already started.
Yep, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Any other sporting stuff, Dools?
No, look, I think that's it. All right, so do you have a big question, or are we going straight into
Are we doing the new thing this week?
Oh, absolutely.
Are we doing the way?
Yeah, we'll do it the way you said. Right. So I'll say the name of a player, and you got to then take the last letter of their surname for your player.
Okay. Is it in any particular sport?
We'll keep it Australian football.
Aussie football. All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. Austin Jones.
Oh, I love
Remember Aussie Jones?
I love Aussie
Yeah,
Jones.
he
Remember when
sort of running around with no neck.
Yeah, and then they moved into a back flank, and
Yep.
then he got All Australian.
Aussie Jones. Little Aussie Jones.
Aussie Jones. I'll go Stephen Tingay.
Stephen Tingay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really stitched me with a Y.
With a Y. Oh.
With a Y. Stephen Tingay, of course, played for Melbourne and...
Did he play for a different team?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Melbourne, let me do my research. Melbourne and West Coast.
Okay. I did not know the Stingray went to the West Coast. There you go.
I'm not sure which one he went to first.
I know you're just trying to buy time while you try and think of a player that's name started with.
I don't know if there ever has been a player whose first name starts with Y.
Oh, did Yahoo Serious ever get a game?
I don't even know of first names that do start with Y. Let's
stitch it up early in this new segment.
With Y. Okay. Have we ever had a player called Yolanda in that player?
Yolanda? No. Yol Romero?
Yol, yep.
That's one.
I don't know if they're...
Yannick Sinner? Was that
I first was going to go Yannick Noah, whose son is, of course...
Noah Bolter.
Michael Bolton.
I've got no idea.
I don't know if there is a first name that starts with Y who's played in the AFL.
Well, we can always... If there isn't one, the rule is you can go to the second last letter. I'll concede I can't think of a Y that's played football.
No. A. So... A being the A. Okay. Aaron Sipos.
Oh, I love Aaron Sipos. Great left foot. Went to the NFL. Very, very good. I've got that gives me S, which I will go with. Got a few options here. Steven Salopek.
Steven Salopek.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
It's a good random.
What is that? I don't even know what's the last
K.
Is it a K?
Salopek, yeah.
Okay. K. All right, here we go. And extra points if you can tell me what club or clubs this player played for.
Yep.
KJ, Christian Jacks.
Christian Jacks?
Yeah.
He played for Sydney?
No.
Richmond?
No.
Christian Jacks. I remember the name.
I'm never really been sure. I actually don't know how to, where are we? Christian.
What is his last name? By the way, you guess what Steven Salopek does as a job now?
Finance.
No.
Oh, I thought real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always real estate.
Christian Jacks, KJ, his surname ends with H.
H?
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
He was drafted, a top 10 draft pick, I think, off the top of my head. I think he was pick 7 in the draft, to GWS, and then went to Carlton. No, he's pick 12. I was close.
Okay.
But then went to Carlton, of course, drafted out of the Oakley Chargers.
Well done. So that gives me H, was it?
H, yep.
Okay, we will go with I can't remember his last name. I might have to tap out.
Really? H.
No, okay. Well, who's the guy that played for Geelong? The defender, Harry. You can't help me. I can't remember. All right, I'll go on a different tangent. This is riveting radio. I'm out.
Okay.
I can't put our listeners through this, me just trying to think of a name.
I would have gone with Henry Playfair.
Henry Playfair's a good one. Henry's good. Who's the one that played for Geelong? Harry, what's his name?
Harry's practice. Dr. Harry Cooper.
No, I can't remember. Oh well. That was good. We need to be quicker. I need to get better. I need to zone. Yeah, you won.
Harry Sheasel.
No, not Harry. I could be completely wrong.
Harry Himmelberg.
No, it wasn't Harry Himmelberg.
Anyway.
You got a top 5?
I do have a top 5. We're going to go. This is my top 5 this week, and which I had written down before, and now I cannot find it. Okay, these are my top 5 sports video games.
Oh, let's go. I like this one.
Okay,
yes.
now I'm where possible, I'm just going the franchise, but there'll be times where I really narrow it down
to a specific year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5, NBA Live 95.
Ooh, who was on the cover that year?
I cannot remember, but I like it because it sounds good.
Yeah.
NBA Live night. It's very audibly pleasing.
Why don't you have a guess at who you think?
Mitch Richmond.
Okay. I don't think it was Mitch Richmond.
Antoine Walker.
No, it was not. It's exactly who I thought it would be.
Michael Jordan.
No. I
Shaq.
knew he had a... Oh, actually, I cannot even tell.
I don't even know.
I think... Wait, here we go. Yeah, it's who I thought it would be.
The Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Robert Horry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's Robert Horry, number 25. Hakeem's there's in the foreground. Robert Horry's about to block John Starks.
I think I had NBA.
Rockets.
I think I was the NBA Live 96 guy.
Yep.
That's the one because that had Shaq on it, and I remember creating the entire. I created it. You could create a team and create players, and you create because you're like, I don't know, what am I, 10?
Yep.
And then you make them all 99 out of 99.
Yep.
And I created the entire St Kilda football team. So I had like Stuart Lowe, I had Peter Everett in the ruck, I had Stuart Lowe, power forward. I think I had Nathan Burke, point guard. Robert Harvey was a shooting guard. Nicky Winmar as a small forward. And I did have Aussie Jones on the bench.
There you go.
There you go. All right, that's a great number 5.
Yep. Coming in at number 4.
Yep.
On Nintendo.
Okay.
AFL.
Yes.
On Nintendo. On the fall. Love that. And they had teams that just... Hobart had a team.
Did they?
Players that just did not exist because they didn't have the licenses. It was fantastic. It was impossible to kick a goal, but that was fun. Coming in at number 3, Brian Lara's cricket.
Oh, Brian Lara's... I'm guessing Brian Lara was on the cover?
I hope so.
What year is 1998?
Yep.
Oh, I love
Brian Lara's cricket.
Game of the Century edition.
It was a great game. Great cricket game, that one. Coming in
sorry, before why have you they get a bit it's a bit of a repetitive game.
It is.
A cricket game. It's one that you can pick up and play straight away.
Yep.
Doesn't take too long to get good at. Takes a while to get great at. But then it also gets boring pretty quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good game when it's just like, I just want to like kick back on the couch, not have to think too much, you know, like hit a few sixes, you know, it can be incredibly frustrating at times, you know. Coming in at number 2, FIFA Sports.
FIFA Sports.
Any FIFA, any FIFA game or EA Live, FC Live, whatever the hell they call it now.
Yep.
Any of them, absolutely. Like they're coming in at number 2, which is controversial because they are a fantastic game, and I spend a lot of time playing that. But coming in at number 1, NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
Oh, good number 1.
Yeah.
Very good. One of the obviously the best team in it, Kemp and Payton.
Oh,
love that one. That's very good.
Great game. You could play as the Beastie Boys if you knew the codes.
Yep.
Stiff to miss out was the NBA 2K franchise.
Yes.
Some of the NHL, the hockey ones.
Well, here's where
there's
there's
like
two.
golf.
There's 2 that I think got left out. 3 actually.
Yep.
What was it called? FFX Tricky, the snowboarding game.
Yep.
And then also NHL Blitz 2002, the 3-on-3 where you can start fights and all that kind of stuff. And then absolutely number 1, easily number 1. It's wild that didn't make the list was NBA Street.
Yep. Look, NBA Street also, was thought of, but
Jam, I get.
I didn't consider any of those games because they're not like real sports, even though I did put NBA Jam in there at number one. Other ones that I didn't put any car racing in because, like some of those games are really like Need for Speed, that's not really a sport, but,
I guess it would need to be like
F1.
I'll tell you what's a fun one is World of Outlaws sprint car racing.
Oh, there you go.
But you just go around in circles.
Yep.
I don't know. I dug it.
There's a few games that didn't, for technicalities, didn't make the cut. The Football Manager, I know a lot of people love Football Manager and spend hours on that, but thought NBA Jam, it's good. Another old school game that didn't make the cut was Arch Rivals. I don't know if you've ever played that. It was a basketball game, but you could also throw punches and trip players over and stuff like that.
I don't remember that one. What are your thoughts? The other one that was missing from the list, and I don't know if this one counts either, so based on your system, maybe not. The greatest is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, yeah, yep. I mean, yeah, that was...
We're talking more leagues and stuff. I get it.
There's also another game that, in hindsight, I probably could have fit in the top 5.
Madden?
Madden. Yeah, Madden's all right. I wouldn't have put Madden top 5, maybe 7. Fight Night Champion.
Which one?
Boxing.
I was thinking the Mike Tyson one. There was also...
Mike Tyson's Knockout is a great game.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. And did you ever play Shaq Fu?
No.
It was a Shaq-based fighting game, which was quite good. Wii Sports?
Never done. Not into that.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Nice top 5. I think I'm looking forward to people's feedback on that one, actually, because I feel like it will get a lot. Very good. Oh, off to the, here we go, the power rankings, which I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't put a ton of time into this morning because I'm rooted. But at number 10, your absolute favourite, Ben Hunt.
Yes.
From which sport?
Steeplechase. Did we decide that is that an actual thing humans do?
No, we never looked into it, and we're never going to. Ben Hunt, of course, has played like 355 games for the Brisbane Broncos, and finally just got the monkey off his back with his first premiership yesterday.
Hey, just put the monkey off your back.
Yes, the monkey's off.
Why are you carrying it around? Go to the zoo.
At number 9, stiff not to get in last week when he should have been probably number 1 is Matt Rowell.
Yes, Khan Rowley.
The Brownlow medalist.
Love you, Rowley.
At number 8, because she's back and I can see her name here, it is Samantha Kerr. She's back with Chelsea. So that's great. At what am I up to? Number 7?
Yep.
Yeah, I am going with Jordan Bos.
Yes.
For his finishing
the boss
in the whatever bloody award he won.
What league was that again?
The Bundesliga. Do you know what league it was?
It's the Dutch league.
Eredivisie.
Yes.
Eredivisie. At number 5 and 6, they're just sticking like glue. Is the Alexander the Great, Volkanovski, Jack Della Maddalena. You can order their menu items at Guzman Y Gomez now. At number 4, because I forgot to change it, it's still Levi Ashcroft, the 2-time Norm Smith medalist.
Do you know, at the start, I thought you were going to say Levi Casbolt.
That would have been a random comeback.
That would have been wild. I'd love to know the justifications for that.
At number 3, of course, it's Oscar Piastri. He's still leading the world title race. At number 2, you'll be very happy they are in there. It is James Tedesco, who, of course, did what in the last week, Dulls?
He won a medal.
He won the Dally M medal.
Yes.
Which is the NRL Brownlow.
I knew that. I totally knew that.
Knocked that one out of the park.
On your Tedesco, Teddy?
I think maybe for the last time at number 1, until maybe the end of season power rankings, when I do the top 10 of the year, at number 1, it's Guacamole.
We love you, Guac.
It's going to be hard to move her. That's it, Dawes. We've run over our allotted time. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm happy. You happy?
Our self-imposed allotted time.
What have you got on this? Yeah. What have you got on this week?
I'm back at it this week. So tonight I'm at Spleen Comedy in the Melbourne CBD. Thursday night I'm playing in Berwick at Devolution.
Oh, yes.
With who's on that show? Montana Papadinas, Ferdy Billamoria, and Katie Wainhouse.
Oh,
so that'll be good.
That's a good lineup.
Friday, I'm at the Kerr Lewis Golf Club. I think it's a golf club.
Yes.
With Tyson Popplestone and Dave O'Neill. And then Saturday night, I'm on with Doug Chappell at a primary school fundraiser in Ballarat.
Lovely. Oh, what a week. That's
good.
Very good.
It's a good week this week. Back at it. What do you got on this week?
I don't know. I think I might be doing Foots Loose on Thursday. I got a quieter week this week as we gear up for our big trip to South Australia next week.
Yes.
I believe. Yes, next Wednesday. We're getting what snacks should we take on the drive? It's 12 hours.
Okay, I think you need get some. Go to a servo, get a deal. Normally they got a deal. It's like 2 for $8 or $9, and get like the Allen's Party Mix or the Natural Confectionery. They're good. I like a vanilla Coke.
Yes.
Yes, it's controversial, but that's my thing. Vanilla Coke, and I think you just want to stop at servos intermittently and get something from their like hot food section.
Yeah. Chico roll.
Yeah,
potato cake.
Potato cakes are always safe. They're a good option. If you find one that has a lasagna topper, that's a good deal. That's a good idea. Get into that.
I went had a gig with another comedian. We went for a surf beforehand in the morning. The gig was in Geelong. And for breakfast, they had 3 steamed dim sims.
Wow. Who was the comedian?
Sam Zito.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is he a good surfer?
He's a good surfer.
Actually.
Yeah. We went for last Friday before last, we went for a surf. It wasn't the best conditions, but we went out near Ocean Grove Way. There's a little spot there I like, and he caught an absolute ripper of a wave that just kept going.
There you go.
Yeah, he's very good. I am not.
What sort of, is he surf a shortboard or a longboard, or what's he?
He's got sort of, I would say it's a long shortboard. It's not a mini Mel, but it's like a bigger shortboard. He has the shortboards and stuff as well, but obviously not surfing as much as he used to. Same as me. I'm just on the big 7-footer. Just happy to be out there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
7-footer. It's a good time.
Good times. So was this.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground. Thanks, everyone, for getting around it. If you have any comments, questions, thoughts, hit us up at the Budgie Smugglers, or you can message either of us. But we will see you next week.
See yous.
Bye.
Bye.